right, so this is your Unit 1 practice test. Bob was collecting data on the reaction of bacteria to different antibodies. He forgot to measure the area of the bacteria to start, but he knows that after an hour, there are 30 square centimeters of bacteria in the dish, and continues to measure below. So I'm looking for my pattern here, and what we're adding is -6 each time, which would make this 6. The common difference in this sequence should be, hold on, get rid of that, sorry, should be a -6 right here. That should actually be a -6. It's not, I don't know why, sorry, it should be a -6. All right, and then next, the explicit would be -6x, and then we want to find our beginning term, which if you go to your beginning term right here, the 0, if I'm adding -6 each time, I want to go back up, and this would be 36. So here we go. How much area would be the bacteria after the 5th hour? So again, I'm going to continue with the -6 each time, and I'll get a 6 here. Next question. In the next question, it says, given that f of n equals 4 to the n, find f of 3. So what that means I have to do is I'm going to put the 3 where that variable n is. So 4 to the 3rd power. That means 4 times 4 times 4. 4 times 4 is 16. And 16 times 4 is 64. So in my box here, I would type 64. All right, and the next one says f of n is 3 plus, sorry, hold on. I'm trying to find f of -2. So 3 plus 2, and then in these parentheses where this n is where I put the -2, -1. So f of -2 is 3 plus 2 times -2 and -1 give me -3. I do my multiplication first. And this would give me a -6. Positive 3 and -6 gives me -3 for my answer. So f of -2 is -3. And let me clear all of this. How do I clear all this real quick? I don't know. There's got to be a way to do this easier. Maybe not. Yeah, yay. Okay. All right, so next, problem number 3. Karen's mom started a savings account by putting $20 in it. So at the beginning, there's $20. In the first week, she deposits 7 and plans to continue adding 7 each week. So this will be 27, 34, 34 plus 7, 41. In this sequence, we have a common, It's a common difference, and it is 7. It's a positive 7 because we're adding 7. Fill in the blank to complete the recursive. The recursive is plus 7. Now we're going to create the equation. Remember, your common difference, that 7, becomes your slope. Notice that the x is already here, so I have to put the 7 in this block. Plus the beginning amount, which is your y-intercept. The beginning amount, she put 20. And this sequence is arithmetic. All right, fill in the blank with the next term in the sequence. 2 plus 4 is 6, but 6 plus 4 is not 18. So it's a multiplication. 2 times 3 is 6. 6 times 3 is 18. 18 times 3 is 54. In this sequence, the common difference, because we are, nope, not difference, hold on. It's multiplication, it's a geometric. So we have a common ratio of 3. The recursive function is f of x minus 1 and then times 3. So notice that the variable for the x is already placed in there. That common difference goes with the variable, the one being raised to the x power. And then I have to think about working backwards to find my zero term. If I'm multiplying by 3 each time, the opposite thing to do would be divide by 3. And 2 divided by 3 is 2/3. This sequence is geometric. Use the graph to find the following. So in this, I do see, I wonder if I can move this somewhere. Okay. This is my 1 right here. This is This is the 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So 1, f of 1, when my x is 1, my y value up here is 13. It's 13. And then the next one, when x is 2 right here, the y value is 11. When x is 3, my y value is 9. And when it's 4, my y value is 7. The common, what's changing each time is we're subtracting 2. But to say that, what we're going to say is that we're adding a negative 2. So my common difference in this sequence is negative 2. Fill in the blank with the complete recursive. It's f of x minus 1 minus 2. Now my equation, your slope is always that thing that's changing, negative 2, that common ratio difference, times x, plus I want my zero term. My zero term would have been up here, right? So that would be 15. And this sequence is arithmetic. All right, in the next sequence here, I'm suspecting that it's dividing by 4, but I want to be sure, so I'm going to try 128 divided by 4, and I do get 32. So that's correct. So now, I know I'm dividing by 4, but I find what are the next two terms in the sequence, or what are the next number, or what is the next number? What is the next number? If I divide by 4 again, it'll give me 2 right here, right? So I'm going to put a 2 in there. But when you're talking about your common ratio, it's what you multiply by. So for this one, I can't say it's 2. I'm sorry. I can't say it's times or divided by 4. What I have to say is that I'm multiplying by 1/4. Or you can make it a decimal as 0.25. And this one is definitely geometric. All right, so next, f of x. We're using this equation to find it. So when x is 5, it'll be negative 7 times 5 minus 9. So that's negative 35 minus 9. Same signs add and keep, gives me negative 44. The second one, f of 6, negative 7 times 6 minus 9, gives me negative 42 minus 9. Same signs add and keep, gives me negative 51. And then finally, f of 7, Negative 7 times 7 minus 9 is negative 49 minus 9. Same signs add and keep gives me negative 58. I'm going to go ahead and pop those in here. So this is negative 44. Did I type negative? Nope, I didn't get that negative in there. We get that negative in there. Negative 44, negative 51, and negative 58. Good. All right, next problem. A company has the following sales over the first 5 years of its existence. The years and the sales in thousands. So I want to see how it's changing. So it looks like it's going up probably by the same amount each time. And I'm going to use two of the easier numbers. And I see that it's a plus 28. Each time we're adding 28. So the equation that best models this, think about this being a sequence that's arithmetic. My explicit equation would be what I'm adding, 28x plus my beginning. To find my beginning number, the 0, I would have to subtract 28 from this, and 126 minus 28, that would give me 898 plus 98. So it says to use the keyboard to type it in. So y equals 28x. Hold on. What are we trying to do here? Oh, here's the x. Sorry, my bad. 28x plus 98. Awesome. Next. All right, number, what is this? 9. Here's our arithmetic sequence. Which function describes the value of the nth term? So for the nth term here, looking at this function here, I see that we're subtracting 3 each time. This would be an arithmetic sequence, which is negative 3 times n, and then I think about where I would have begun, which would have been 13. So it is B, negative 3n plus 13. Mike, could you align on the graph? Drag the values of the boxes to write the equation. So here's my equation. Remember, and we can go back to y equals mx plus b on this. We don't have to think about it as a function anymore. But I know that m stands for my slope. So my slope from this point, and I'm going to go, here's a pretty point here. So I would go down 2 over 5. So this would be negative 2/5, and my y-intercept is at the 3. So it's negative 2/5, and the y-intercept is at positive 3. There we go. Number 11, here are ordered pairs given by this function. I can see that we're subtracting 4 each time on this. So ax plus b is what they're referring to. I want to find the values. So your a is your slope. That's going to be negative 4. So in this first box, I will type negative 4. And then my b is my y-intercept. That happens when x is 0, and that is negative 1. Oh, wait, I didn't answer one of the questions. Which question did I not answer? Oh, number 3. Oh, I didn't put these values in here. All right, so this was 0 was 20. She added 7 each time, so 27, 34, 34, and then plus 7 is 41. There we go. Next. And then review and finish. Yes, I want to submit it. Yay! Let's see. I don't know if I got any. It didn't tell me. Oh, sorry. I thought it would tell me what we got right or wrong. Anyway, that's it.